gone towards transnational regression, towards transnational assassinations, like the distinct case of Hardeep Singh Najjar in Canada and in other countries for that matter. So, this so-called hegemony in the region, and I think in the recent Indo-Pak conflict, the false notion of rising India, this false glorification of being an economic and military power, I think that premise fell flat on its face when they were confronted with Pakistan. And Alhamdulillah, we not only established our military might with a response, with a befitting response, but I think our diplomatic efforts, we also displayed exemplary diplomacy, superior diplomacy. And with regard to war of the narratives, I think their arrogance got the better of them. And when we went on international fora, when we took to the international media, I think we were able to advocate our case much better than our adversaries. And there's a reason. Because the power of truth cannot be subdued. The power of truth cannot be conquered. And when we say that Pakistan has given great sacrifices in this war against terrorism, we really mean it. When one Pakistani soldier, one Pakistani officer, one Pakistani citizen, or even children for that matter, we're a country where children have laid down their lives in this war. So when one Pakistani lays down his or her life in this war against terrorism, it is to make Pakistan safe, but more importantly, to make the world a safer place. So Pakistan is like a shield, a wall between the terrorists and the rest of the world. And the false flag operation of Pahalgam had very shaky foundations. To level allegations against Pakistan of sponsoring terrorism, I think it's as absurd as it gets. How can a country which has suffered economic losses to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars, how can a country which has laid down more than 90,000 lives sponsor terrorism when it's the biggest victim of terrorism? And as I mentioned, the transnational regression, the transnational assassinations taking place on the behest of the Indian state actually prove the point that they are trying to suppress the minorities, whereas Pakistan has always been desirous of peace. And even in this recent conflict, an unprovoked, unjustified attack by the enemy, which was given a befitting response, and that attack was on a false premise of trying to play the victim card. So when we see capture of spies like Kulbhushan Yadav, when we see cases, international courts, where Pakistan, alhamdulillah, gets vindicated, our point is proven further that Pakistan wants peace, Pakistan speaks for justice, Pakistan speaks for fair play. Another